I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one.
Welcome back to another episode of the PBC. It's your boy PBK9s, giving it to you the way I always do, fair and unbiased, raw and uncut. We got two dog fighting situations, one in Louisiana, one in Pennsylvania. I'm gonna give you both of them. 64-year-old brother in Louisiana. Then we got a situation in Pennsylvania where they talking about if he's convicted, he can get life because he's convicted of, or not. Let me take that back. He was arrested for dog fighting and controlled substances. And we always say when you have them drugs involved with it, you can get life alone with the drugs without the dog fighting. A lot of states, the dog fighting carry a year or 5 years. Just depends on the situation. But them controlled substances, it just depends on what you got. Back in the days, you can get caught with something the size of your fingernail, get 15 years. The drug charges and laws and stuff change over the years, but now they got a ruthless drug out called fentanyl, and they is kicking ass about that shit. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get into the Louisiana situation first, where the brothers was caught in the act of dog fighting. And I only really got one thing to say about this particular situation that happened in Louisiana. Where I say the brothers knew better. And if you sometimes, man, you just gotta look at it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Brothers had a square put up or whatever, enjoying themselves. Everybody ran. 64-year-old brother, the property owner, he got caught. Probably didn't try to run because that's his property. He already knew what time it was. But the thing I said, when I heard the news people said, or the police officers that was on the scene, is they got a program with the dogs that was competing in that event. Come on, brothers. I keep telling y'all, man, y'all got to stop talking shit to me. Y'all got to stop saying all this stuff. You got to stop saying Pelican Bay doing this, Pelican Bay doing that, when you're doing it to your damn self. There's no way y'all made a program to do some illegal shit. Brothers, y'all got to stop this dumb shit. And if you don't stop it, them folk just gonna keep doing what they doing. And they didn't hear the dog growling, barking. They got tipped off. Got tipped off, man. So we're gonna get into that news, and then we're gonna go, to Pennsylvania. But it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. Brothers do this shit like it's legal, man. And this is the thing I want to ask brothers. If you make these squares, if you make these boxes, why you don't have them in the woods where if you gotta run, the box can be, you can't put the box on nobody. Worst come to worst, if anything happened, if anybody said anything and you gotta run, you can't put this on nobody who don't get caught. I don't understand, brothers. But like I said, it ain't my place to understand. That's a life I used to live. Don't live it no more. I'm a news anchor, giving you that news. If you make the news, you made the damn news. I'm gonna get me a shirt that said, you make the news, you made the news. Plain out and simple, man. You know what I'm saying? I hate it for brothers. Like I said, the only thing I really wanted to speak about in this particular situation, because it's no different than the rest of the situation, you get jammed up fighting dogs. He got one count of dog fighting or whatever. It ain't the end of the world. But the thing is, you got to learn from your mistakes, man. Simple things like that. Making a program, like a program for a church program or family reunion program or whatever kind of event you're going to when they have programs. This is not, I gotta speak in my proper English right now. This is not 1910, 1915, back when them brothers could do all that type of stuff. And brothers gotta act like it, man. You know, we got too much to lose. When I say we, I mean all the brothers. You know, speaking as a collective, brothers got too much to lose, man, to be out here making these jackass moves. You know, moving like, you know, when I say who green and who not, who seasoned dog man and who green, brother, that's a green move to make a pamphlet in 2026. You gotta adapt to the times. I keep telling y'all, brothers, update your hard drive. You know what I'm saying? Update your hard drive, man. A lot of y'all brothers' firmware is back the fuck up, it's outdated, and you need to update your firmware. But you know you got it from first, man. It's your boy PBK9's giving it to you. We're going to get into this, and like I said, we're going to go up to Pennsylvania afterwards. Let's get into it.
The Tangipahoa Hope Parish Sheriff's Office arrests one man in connection to a dog fighting operation. Authorities received a tip on Saturday regarding the activity on Highway 10. When officers arrived, more than a dozen people fled the scene, according to investigators. Property owner 64-year-old Alfred Dyson was arrested and booked on charges of dog fighting and animal cruelty. Police discovered a boxing-style fighting ring and 2 dogs, one in critical condition, and a puppy as well at this location. The investigation is ongoing as authorities go through the vehicles left at the scene.
Tangipahoa Parish, a 64-year-old man is charged with dog fighting and cruelty to animals. The sheriff's office says Alfred Dyson is the owner of a property in the Roseland area raided after a tip about a dog fighting event.
Investigators say more than a dozen individuals scattered when they arrived. They found a boxing-type ring and other signs of a dog fighting operation. An injured dog and a puppy were rescued. Vehicles left behind by the people who took off have been seized and are being processed. More arrests are expected.
Deputies say they are searching for multiple people involved in a dog fighting ring. On Saturday night, deputies say they got a tip of a dog fighting ring at a property on Highway 10 in Roseland. When they arrived, they say there were more than 10 people, or more than a dozen people, took off running. Inside, deputies say they discovered a puppy, a fighting ring, and a program featuring the dogs as contestants. The property's owner, 64-year-old Alfred Dyson, was booked with multiple charges. Anybody who might have more information about what was going on there should contact the Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff's Office.
Now, this next situation, I don't got a whole lot of news on it, you know, but like I always do, I do my research and find things, you know. But they say the grand jury came down with indictments for dog fighting. I want to say it's in Hazel Township or whatever, and controlled substances. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into that. And like I said, one thing I did see in that article, it said that brother is facing life if he found guilty or go to trial. I don't know how they speaking on it, but I seen the word life in the whole conversation. That's all I needed to see, life. You know what I'm saying? Is it worth it, man? Is anything worth losing your life for outside of your family? You know, selling a little bit of rock, selling a little bit of coke, making $1, man. Go make that shit the slow way, man. Make that shit the way you know you can come back the next damn day. You know, if you have a bad day at work, fuck it. You come back, try it again. You know what I'm saying? And I done did it all my damn self. And I know when you're doing it, nobody can't tell you nothing. But listen to folk that done been through all this shit, man. Is it worth it at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying? Some people may say it is. You know, like I always say, everybody got different mind frames, different ways of thought out here, man. Everybody don't think the same. Some people don't think logical at all. You know? So just do this and this thing, man. Look at your kids, look at your family members who depend on you. The ones who you out there hustling and giving them money. Look at them and think about what they gonna feel like if you gone. You know what I'm saying? So I always say, man, get what you gonna get out of it. The dope game itself, the drug game itself is just as addictive as heroin. You know what I'm saying? Heroin is one of the most addictive drugs you can get on. But they don't mention the drug game itself. The ability to make money whenever you want to make money. The ability to spend money whenever you want to spend money. And to make it as fast, like I said, all the time, day after day. You ain't get away from the police. All that shit is addictive, man. You know, you feel like you never gonna get caught. But I ain't about to take y'all through a lecture. Let's get into this news. You know where you got it from first, PBK9s. The dog fighting situation is what I bring. I don't bring the drugs alone. If I'm up here talking about drugs, it's because it's involved with a dog fighting situation. I'm never gonna get up here and just talk straight drugs alone, because that ain't the genre I'm in this podcast and this YouTube stuff or social media. That ain't what I'm in. I'm in the dog game, and in this dog game, a lot of other stuff come with it in the situations that go down. So let's get into it.
West Hazleton, Luzerne County, WBREWYOU. The Department of Justice announced Wednesday a man was indicted on dog fighting and drug trafficking charges. Brandon Crum of Hazel Township, 39, is accused of possessing and training 8 American Pit Bull Terriers for dog fighting purposes. Crum was charged after 28 dogs were seized March 6, 2025, 8 of which were being held in a backyard shed, according to state police.
All I can say, man, is everybody be safe out there. Everybody do the right things. And like I always say, man, sometimes we got to stop being selfish and think about the people that need us out here. You know what I'm saying? The people that need us to grow. You know, the people you're going to knock their smile off their face when you go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So y'all stay safe out there, man. Y'all stay legal out there. And remember where you got it from. PBK9s on the PBC, Pelican Bay's Corner. And we out.